Amazing is turning your lounge into a stadium. Debonair's Pizza. Try something amazing.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Orlando Pirates are through to the final of the Carling Knockout. It's been a tournament that's been very unfortunate recently because big teams don't get to the final. Yes, Sundowns last season got to the final, but it's very difficult, of course, to sell tickets when they are part of a festival, unless it's Chiefs, Sundowns, Pirates. This time around, you can rest assured that Orlando Pirates, now that they're in the final, the tickets will be sold out very early wherever the tournament is going. So well done to Orlando Pirates, and I'm pretty sure that the sponsors will at least breathe easy because Sundowns were eliminated early, Chiefs were eliminated early. If they had lost Orlando Pirates, the sponsors, it would have been a disaster of a final. There was a final that was between TS Galaxy and Stellenbosch, I think, recently in 2023, and it's very difficult to sell tickets with those teams. You can hardly sell 5,000 tickets because those two teams put together don't have 5,000 people that are willing to go to a stadium to a different province and spend money. Well done to Orlando Pirates, a game of two halves, really. Orlando Pirates deserving winners, but Richards Bay were never out of it. Mr. So-and-so, your summary of the game, sir.
Yes,
sir.
Jasa. Ngibulise chairman wa chairman.
Yes, sir.
Ngibulise lapho Lindo Mkwena. Ubobo Khaduso. Nomhlekazi omhle. Ongasubhupha ngecawe.
Yes, sir.
Shane my Shane.
Yeah.
Ngibulisela nemakhaya ecela support njalo la iDiskiTV. Ngizobeka njengoba injalo ngijike futhi.
I got his girlfriends and extra girlfriends calling me, asking me for Shane. Where is Shane?
Hey.
There were 5 girls calling me, where is Shane?
This guy he's a big guy. This guy is big. If no one finds him, we try all our level best to make sure that this guy, everyone, they must get him.
It must be something special if women are calling your boss to find out where you are.
No, he's a special man. Why I'm calling him umhlekazi omhle.
Mr. So-and-so.
Ongasubhupha ngecawe.
Yes, sir.
Alezi nje entabeni nje. Liya kuwe legama le.
Yeah, the Buccaneers had to work. They had to work today. Sold out stadium. Mhlambe sicabanga ukuthi izobagwinya occasion abafana be Richards Bay. And yeah, they rose to the occasion. Unfortunately for them, they conceded in the first half, but they had a plan and they played. Well done to them.
So, if you can remember what I said, yes, Pirates will win, but it's not going to be an easy game. Remember that Richards Bay, they did beat Pirates last season in penalties. So going against Richards Bay again, they've got that in the back of their mind to say, guys, remember, we were knocked out by these guys last season on penalties. So we cannot afford that this time around. And they've shown what is that they need to do. I mean, Pirates is a big team. It's a big team with big players, the best attacking team in the PSL currently. But today, there were some elements that I think were not good enough, were not up to scratch from Orlando Pirates when it comes to that final third. The final pass, the movement inside the box, it was not really convincing for me in a sense that I think they were supposed to really score more than 2 or 3 goals. But it didn't happen.
Is that Orlando Pirates not coming to the party or Richards Bay having a plan?
Richards Bay, they came up with a plan and it worked very well. Mr. Kewu, I always say this. When you play against a big team with good players, you must find solutions to say, hey, I can't match them pound to pound. I can't match them as a group, but I can try and match them as a team. And then now you work with the whole team to say, this is how guys we're going to defend. And if it happens, we find a breather, this is how we're going to get out. And I think what spoiled them is that Umtizwa no mango caught a yellow card.
Yeah, very early
so
in the first half.
Really, it really disturbed them in their plan because when you've got those twos, yellow card, yes, Umtizwa can survive because he's not that player who's aggressive.
He's not going to get a second yellow.
He's not going to, definitely he's not going to get a cut, and it depends that he didn't get another cut. But Umango, even if you can ask me sleeping around 1:30 midnight, I will tell you Umango's gonna get a second yellow card and red card because he's aggressive.
In fact, Ubaba called it when we were watching. He was the first one to say, Umango looks like he's aggressive today, he's irritated,
Yeah.
he's going to get a yellow.
Yes.
Within 2 minutes, he got a yellow.
Yes.
And he said he's going to get a red card.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Ubu clever by coaches to say that now that we know the profile of a player you are.
Yes.
Good player, but you're temperamental. You're going to get a second yellow if we leave you there. Let's talk about Orlando Pirates. What did they do well? What did they not do well? In the midfield, the Rumbata was assisted in front of them by playmakers, 2 of them,
Yes.
Nemtajela and Umbule as well. Did that work? Did that not work?
No, it did work, Mr. Q, because they created chances. It was just that matter of a very good pass right at the end, where I think Moremi, he missed to look at his teammate in terms of delivering that. And the creativity in the midfield was there. I mean, Umbule did a lot of passing, and I like how the game went because of the plan Yakuko to say on the right side we're gonna play. We'll do a sort of like a build-up play because we wanna try to call them to come to the right side with how we control the ball. And as they move towards this side, we bring it back in the midfield and immediately we switch it to the left side. That's why if you can check, Moremi was always up front. He was always there because this is a player that we want to use him to carry out. That's why I'm saying, first off, it worked very well because he believed that this thing is going to work. It's going to create us chances. We're going to get a goal out of that. And it appears that Moremi get a goal first half and beautiful goal. But now, second half, then the tables turn around. When now Uwaru started to make changes, Mbule out, Van Rooyen out. I don't know why Van Rooyen was out. Maybe it's because of
he hasn't been playing, so
fitness.
he hasn't been playing.
Yes.
In fact, it was a risk to start him because if you don't play someone for 2 months, you might just want to give him 15 minutes here and there.
Yes.
Let's talk about Moremi. He keeps on scoring in major matches. Not the best of players in terms of taking on players 1v1.
Yeah.
He's a different type of winger. In fact, Orlando Pirates have 2 wingers who are not traditional wingers per se.
Yes.
Wingers with pace, Moremi. But they're very good technically in front of goal. Appollis, Moremi, very good when they're facing the goalkeeper. He keeps on affecting games in terms of scoring. Are you happy with him?
Look, I'm very, very happy because every time when, even if, by closing your eyes, you kick the ball forward on the left side, out of nothing, something can happen. Because the pace of Moremi and the decision yake, especially when it's just next to the box, he can even take a shot, And having Appollis coming from that right side, cutting in. Now he wants to play, but he's also good. He's got a good technique. One player that I want to talk about, Mr. K, is this boy, the midfielder, Uzulu, from Richards Bay. Very good player. I like the point that midfield. He's working very hard. He's winning the balls. He's not losing the balls. And I think he's frustrating the midfield, you're all on the Pirates because now second half, Richards Bay, they come to the party. Now they're playing. You see him getting the ball, playing on the left, getting the ball, changing on the right side. And Mabu were there. Oh, the boy. I don't know why he's still at the Richards Bay, not in a bad way.
Oh, you are friends with the owner of Richards Bay, so I don't want to break your friendship.
No, he knows. I always tell him that, if your boy is good and, other big teams, they want the boy.
Let's wrap it up. Coach Wadu smelling his second trophy.
It's nice to coach Orlando Pirates, Mr. Nkeo, because when you get there, they are used to lift the trophies. So it also rubs in your shoulders. So Coach Wadu is used to now to lift the trophy. So he's going for the second trophy. Well done to Ezimyama Ngenkaza Kepolumus Ngamaspala Sawenzo Wow. Into ya late legile go Pirates. That's why Ubona Nami I'm not excited. I'm used to this, Mr. Nkeo.
Except for a CAF Champions League.
No. I'm building for that. I'm coming next season. I've got a very good plan next season. Where everyone is going for recession, I'm going to win it.
Mr. So-and-so, there you go. iDiski Times also spitting.
Shapunjan Bafuyethu Kamala Mulindo Pep, the best analyst in the country. Please don't forget to subscribe to iDiski TV. Tanko.
This is Bongane Tso Vilakazi. They call me Tso. Niazi Bafuyethu. I'm a coach for life. They are back in winning ways. Please, subscribe to iDiski TV.